In public school, I am your science teacher. We are learning chapter 12 electricity. Now here what we are going to do is, uh, last time we saw about Ohm's law, right? In related to that we are going to continue more on it. Let's see. So here what we are talking is, there is an experiment given to us. Ohm's law tells you what? That in a circuit, if you see, right, they have here the resistance. This is ammeter, this is key, this is voltmeter, and this is the battery. So here what we are doing is, when you add, right, when you change the voltage here, so the current also increases. So basically what is the experiment is, when you change current, the potential difference you change V, if you measure current, it is keep on increasing, right. So with this experiment we says that when you increase current, when you increase potential difference, the current also increases. When you increase current, the potential difference when you increase potential difference, the current also increases. So from this we can interfere that V. So we will show you this experiment once you are here. We keep on changing the voltage. As we keep on changing the voltage, the potential difference also increases, right. So V versus I, that is the thing, first thing. Second thing is, what they are talking is, when you take the ratio of V versus I, what do you get? When you take the ratio of V versus I, what you get is, V versus I ratio. When you take, for different voltage, you get different current, but when you take this, the ratio, you see that the V versus I value will remains the same. That is nothing but that is called a resistance. Okay, so ultimately what you are getting in this experiment is V versus I ratio, that is nothing but that is a resistance. Okay, and when you try to plot the graph of the same V current versus potential difference, you are going to get is, what you are going to get is a straight line. What does that says? What does that says? That they are directly proportional. So whenever you get a straight line in a graph that interferes, that it is a directly proportional thing. So that is first thing. Okay, so understand this one small thing here. Second thing what we are talking is, so we learn what is Ohm's law. In a definite physical situation, the amount of current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to the potential difference applied across it. Second thing, V versus I. Okay, second thing what we are talking here is, V versus I. So when we say V versus I, right, that is nothing but that is a resistance. So V is equal to IR is what we got. So R is equal to V upon I. So this is nothing but this is a resistance. This is the resistance I was talking about. Now when you say this is the resistance, so what is the value, what is the unit? So basically V is volt and A is ampere. But as what I said, it is named under the scientist George Ohm. So the unit of SI unit of resistance is Ohm, OHM, and the symbol is omega. And the symbol is omega. This is the symbol. This is the symbol. Okay. The symbol is omega. So understand this small thing. OHM or ohm, and the symbol is this thing. So two things you have to understand very properly. First is this symbol. So your SI unit of resistance. So normally when we write down the values, you say 2 ohm. So you write a 2. This unit is called omega, right? Symbol is called omega, but actually it is called ohm only. Now, so it is a Greek letter as what I said, and it is ohm. So R is V upon I, volt ampere. So I is equal to V upon R. Now the thing next here what we are talking is, it is obvious from the equation that a current through a resistor is inversely proportional to resistance. The current flowing through is inversely proportional to resistance. Okay. Second thing, if the resistance is double, the current will become half. Inversely proportional. So when it is inversely proportional, if you double the current, if you double the resistance, the current will be half. When you double the current, when you double, again I am saying, when you double the resistance, the current will be half. That is the reason, as what from the equation only we can say that they are inversely proportional. In many practical cases, it is necessary to increase or decrease the current in a circuit. For example, in your home only, if you see the fan, what you are doing actually, the small meter, that circle one, when you turn it around, what actually happened is you are increasing the resistance, okay, or you are decreasing the resistance. If you want to increase the speed of a fan, you are decreasing the resistance, and if you want to increase, when you are going to increase, so what is going to happen is the reverse way. So simple, what you are doing is you are increasing or decreasing the resistance, that makes it in that way. So understand this very small thing, okay, understand this very small thing, fine. So hope you are getting what I am trying to say. So as they are inversely proportional, if one is double, the other will be half. If one is double, the other will be half. Okay. If one is double, the other will be half. So understand this very small things about what I was talking. Okay. Now the next what we are talking is, so a component used to regulate the current changing the voltage is a variable resistance. In the circuit, a device called rheostat is often used to change the resistance. So what thing we are going to use? We are going to use rheostat. Yes, rheostat is a device we will use to change the resistance. Understand this thing. Without changing the voltage source is called a variable resistance. So in variable resistance, again as what I said, what we will use? We are going to use rheostat. Okay everyone? So I hope you are getting what I am trying to say. Now let's see next. So this is how a resistance is there, this is how it is going to, the resistance get changed, and you can see this thing. Okay, so resistance depend upon all small things. So first thing we have seen what is the activity of Ohm's law. Second thing what we saw was that. The third thing we were talking is about relation between them. Now the next topic tomorrow which we are going to see is resistance depends on how many things. So we are going to see resistance depend on how many things. Okay. So this is 2-3 things I wanted to talk about. Resistance depend upon, second thing. So this is next we are going to see. So understand Ohm's law very properly. This activity 12.1 is also very important because in exam they do ask you all these things also. Fine, that's it. Thank you so much. We are going to see you next time.